Good morning. My name is Spencer Bradford. I'm director at Durham Congregations in Action, and the board and I are pleased to meet today with two outstanding individuals to present the 2021 Haywood Holderness Distinguished Service Award. To start us off with that, Joe Harvard, a longtime member of our board of directors, is going to begin with some remarks about the award. Joe?
Thank you, Spencer. It is indeed an honor for us to honor someone who has served this community so faithfully. Haywood Holderness was the pastor of Westminster Presbyterian Church for over 30 years, and in that capacity, he was one who was very concerned about the community and building a beloved community in Durham. He helped found such things as Genesis Home, Urban Ministries, Meals on Wheels, you name it, and Haywood was there. So we are really pleased to be able to honor those people who picked up that torch and continue to carry it. Haywood Holderness is not able to be with us today, but he is certainly with us in spirit and remains with DCIA in spirit as we move forward. And now I'll turn over to the president of DCIA, Gordon Whitaker.
Thank you, Joe. Today, we are privileged to recognize and honor two of Durham's most distinguished community leaders, Betsy Crites and Dr. Warren Herndon. And so first, Betsy, DCIA is pleased to present the Haywood Holderness Distinguished Service Award to Betsy Crites. Betsy kept her lifetime of service and peacemaking by building food resilience in Durham. As founder and coordinator of End Hunger Durham, Betsy has strengthened the network of agencies and organizations that provide food access and food justice throughout our community. A skilled educator and advocate, Betsy has broadened community awareness of food insecurity in Durham and mobilized people to respond to those needs. She also used her considerable skills as a convener to bring people and organizations together for collaboration. Because of her leadership during the past 5+ years, Durham was better prepared than many communities to address the increased food insecurity during the COVID pandemic. Those strengthened food support networks will endure. In her work for food security, Betsy built on her long career as director of North Carolina Peace Action, and before that, as co-founder and national director of Witness for Peace. Throughout her capstone project, End Hunger Durham, Betsy brought the talents she honed working for international peace to bear on the challenges posed by hunger in our local community. Service leadership is central to Betsy's life. Since retiring from her leadership at End Hunger Durham last fall, she's continued to play an informal but active role in the community, organizing vaccination access for senior residents of affordable housing communities during the past couple of months. Durham is a healthier, stronger community through Betsy Crites' leadership. Thank you,
Amen.
Betsy.
Amen. I'm presenting you with this award, and this is an appreciation gift for all of your hard work. Those are coasters to go with that, and so we are really pleased to give you this honor.
Thank you so much.
Blessing.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Joe and Gordon and DCIA.
You want me to hold that for you?
Yeah, thank you.
Will you hold it?
This may sound like one of those speeches that you hear from Academy Award winners who thank a long list of people who have helped them along the way. And I used to think that was charming. Now I think it's profound because it acknowledges that we accomplish very little alone. We lean on each other, we stand on the shoulders of people like Haywood Holderness and who went before us, and we draw on the skills and energy of allies who support the mission. For example, Spencer Bradford and DCIA have made the work of End Hunger Durham much more productive and effective by making us a sponsored program. End Hunger Durham's faithful steering committee and co-coordinators are for me co-awardees. People like Jacqueline Blackwell, director of Feed My Sheep Pantry, which is a standout as a food pantry that's also a welcoming center for social uplift. Kia Campbell, a co-founder, Chris Abrams and David Regan, all, as well as special helpers like Kate Young, who keeps our pantry list up to date, Bobby Gallagher, who helps coordinate work in the senior communities, especially gardens, and Jean Yoakum, who keeps our Facebook up to date and leads the Senior Hunger Awareness Week. There are special friends who live in the communities who have joined in Hunger Durham as resource navigators, food distributors, and community health promoters. There's people like Sharon Wisely at Durham Hosiery Mill and Gretchen Schlager at Price Steel Place, among so many others. All of them threw themselves into the work because they care about their neighbors and they're offended at the injustices that keep people food insecure. End Hunger Durham gave them a place to express their caring and their passion. Numerous partner agencies have supported us with what might be called infrastructure in the broader sense. Agencies like Durham County Department of Public Health and the Cooperative Extension Service, plus incredible personal and institutional support from Durham's Mayor Steve Schewel and the Durham County Commissioners. On the front lines, there are so many faith-based groups that sustain food pantries, where we met with their guests to share information about free and low-cost resources, the basics such as food, housing, healthcare, and employment. And last but not least, the steadfast support of my dear husband, Joe Moran, who worked for 33 years organizing crop hunger walks around the Southeast. Now retired, provided all kinds of support to help me do my work. The work with End Hunger Durham and DCIA has been one of the most gratifying I've done. It started at a moment where the Durham community's concerns about food insecurity were rising. In the past 5 years, I believe End Hunger Durham was able to inject a few helpful supports and innovations that hopefully strengthened that forward movement. Ending hunger in Durham, as with the rest of the country and the world, will take massive changes that redistribute wealth and correct a long legacy of injustices. But as our friend Reverend Mel Williams liked to counsel, if you're looking for a way to help, grab a near edge and get to work. My near edge has been local food insecurity in Durham. I set out to learn and contribute where I could, not knowing what to expect. This award tells me that my community of kindred spirits appreciates the effort. I'm grateful to all of you for your support and acknowledgement and for your own tireless work on food insecurity and the many urgent issues that are linked with that. Thank you, DCIA.
Thank you, Betsy. Thank you very much. Our next award is to Reverend Dr. Warren L. Herndon. Come up and join us. And the woman who makes it all happen.
Yes. Thank you.
DCIA is pleased to present the Haywood Holderness Distinguished Service Award to the Reverend Dr. Warren L. Herndon. For the past 35 years, Dr. Herndon has provided outstanding leadership for building the beloved community in Durham. Through Durham's Martin Luther King Jr. Committee, Warren has organized community-wide marches, rallies, and various other programs and activities like the annual MLK Good Neighbor Brunch to honor and advocate for the legacy of Dr. King. For many years, Dr. Herndon served on the Durham Human Relations Commission, the Durham Public Schools Achievement Gap Task Force, and Durham's Homeless Advisory Services Committee. He continues to advise public officials on a host of community issues. Dr. Herndon has a passion for education and has worked hard to mentor youth and build programs like Rites of Passage that offer opportunities for the growth and enrichment of young people. He also educates adults and continues to teach in the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at Duke. Warren has also provided excellent leadership for DCIA, serving as president and continuing as a board member. Dr. Herndon's diverse community advocacy activities have enabled him to partner widely to address homelessness, poverty, and racism, and to build community across Durham. Thank you, Warren.
Thank you.
Warren, on behalf of DCIA, it's my honor and privilege to present to you this well-deserved Haywood Holderness Award, and also a gift to go along with it. Blessings on you, brother. Thank you.
Thank
for your
you,
good
sir.
work.
Today is a great day in Durham, not because we're here to recognize the individuals, but it's a great day because Durham is a great community. I've traveled to 22 countries and 37 states, and I keep coming back and say that Durham, North Carolina is the best place on God's green earth. And I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to serve. I think there's no better place to live in the state of North Carolina. I'm also humbled and grateful because of individuals like Pastor Haywood Holderness, Pastor Harvard, Spencer, our president, and Dennis, and our finance individual here, because without all of us working together, we certainly could not do the things that we're doing. Also, I'd like to step back and really thank my great-great-grandfather, the Reverend Presley Royster, for his life and legacy as he sowed into our family an opportunity and a seed for love. My grandmother, Betty, my mother, Pearlie, and my father, Lurel. Coming from a sharecropper family, we were taught to worship, to choose a faith, and we were taught to love everyone, regardless of what situation you were in. And then last but not least, my beautiful wife, the Reverend Crystal Herndon. I thank her, mother, grandmother, and an awesome individual who also work in the community. Now to the community, the many mentors that I've had in my life. Again, I'd like to say to my mentor, informally, who had mentored me, Pastor Harvard, Rabbi Friedman, Bishop Elroy Lewis, and also Reverend Melvin Williams. All of these gentlemen I met at a very early age in the faith, and as I chose to serve. Also like to recognize individuals. These are my colleagues, Imam Wahid, Pastor Donna Banks, Dr. Hope, and again, Reverend Spencer and Brother Gorton, because I certainly could not do the things that I do if I did not have those individuals here. Now it gets time for me to conclude, and let me just leave this thought. The thought starts out with, I was in middle school when Dr. King was assassinated. Little guy, student in Durham, didn't know very much about anything. But that single incident touched my heart and my spirit, and all of what I've known was taught by my family. As I grew for the next 10 or 15 years, I read and I studied and I researched, and I've traveled to the northern parts of this country and the southern parts of this country as we live through the civil rights, as we seek to find ways to get together, to love each other, black and white, red and green. I'm also concerned as Dr. King, who taught us about the beloved community. Dr. King actually From a history research, he actually came here 5 times. And he spoke at Duke University, he spoke at North Carolina Central University, Hillside, downtown Durham, and was actually invited here by the Durham Business and Professional Chain for Trade Week. So Durham has a rich legacy, a rich history of learning how to work through our differences. So as we go on into the 21st century, I'd like to say that I want to be a part, and I know many of you want to be a part, of making Durham the best place to live, not only in the state of North Carolina, the East Coast, but it's in the entire country and around the world, because truly we are an international community. God bless you. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, those who have supported me over the years, and I look forward to serving even at a greater capacity. God bless you. May heaven smile upon all of us.
Congratulations to both of our awardees, and as has been indicated in our conversation already today, I'm sure that this is not going to be by any means the end of your contributions to Durham and our community here. Thank you very much, and we'll look forward to continuing the work with you.
Thank you.
Amen.